12. Every Turok game explored and reviewed so that you buy the right things. Turok Games Evolution and Fall. The Turok franchise, born in 1997, revolutionized the gaming world with its immersive 3D environments and intense first-person shooter gameplay. Originating from a 1950s comic book series, Turok. Dinosaur Hunter captivated players with its blend of prehistoric and science fiction elements. Set in a universe where time is irrelevant, players navigated as Turok, a Native American warrior battling dinosaurs and otherworldly foes. Its success led to several sequels, each expanding the lore and gameplay mechanics. Turok's influence is evident in the evolution of first-person shooters, setting a benchmark for graphics and level design, and remains a nostalgic touchstone for many gamers. However, the series faced a decline with later installments, particularly Turok Evolution, which received mixed reviews and marked a controversial shift in the franchise. The series eventually languished, with no new titles for over a decade, leading to its fall from prominence in the gaming world. We are going to explore all the Turok games in this video, review them so that you can judge yourself which games in the series you want to spend your time and money on. Let's begin. Turok Dinosaur Hunter, 1997. Turok Dinosaur Hunter for the Nintendo 64, released in the late 90s, was a significant title for its time, selling 1.5 million copies and spawning a successful series. The game stood out during its release due to the sparse software lineup and the novelty of a first-person shooter on a home console. Its violent content was a departure from the norm for Nintendo gamers, offering an experience akin to PC shooters like Doom and Quake. The game is set in a unique universe where Turok, a Native American warrior, defends Earth against various threats in the Lost Land. The game's difficulty is notable, even on the easiest setting, requiring thorough exploration and frequent combat against respawning enemies. Platforming segments add variety but can be challenging due to the first-person perspective. Turok Dinosaur Hunter features expansive environments, but the N64's hardware limitations result in significant fogging, limiting visibility. This fogging, however, adds a sense of suspense as enemies emerge from the mist. The game's environments are interesting, with ancient temples and diverse wildlife, but the frame rate suffers in busier scenes. As a single-player experience, Turok Dinosaur Hunter offers little replay value and is best enjoyed with ample free time due to its save system. While groundbreaking at its release, the game has aged considerably, and its appeal may be limited to those with a strong appreciation for retro titles. Turok 2: Seeds of Evil, 1998. Turok 2: Seeds of Evil for the Nintendo 64 is a sequel that ambitiously pushes the console's hardware, delivering a visually stunning and violent first-person shooter experience. The game's story, following the new Turok, Joshua Fireseed, involves battling the Primogen and his minions to save the Lost Land and the universe. The gameplay remains true to its predecessor, with familiar Turok-style controls that enable precise movement and aiming, though the game introduces new weapons and abilities, adding variety to the combat. The levels in Turok 2 are massive, offering a mix of sprawling outdoor environments and intricate indoor settings. However, this expansive design can sometimes lead to confusion and backtracking, as players must complete all objectives to progress. The game's performance is a mix of smooth action and occasional slowdowns, particularly in areas with multiple enemies. Turok 2 stands out for its detailed creature designs and engaging combat scenarios. The game's arsenal is diverse and inventive, with weapons like the Cerebral Boar and Razorwind adding to the visceral combat experience. Despite some frame rate issues, Turok 2: Seeds of Evil is a significant achievement on the N64, offering an immersive and action-packed shooter experience that builds upon the success of the original game. Turok Rage Wars, 1999. Turok Rage Wars for the Nintendo 64 is a dedicated multiplayer shooter that delivers a streamlined and enjoyable experience for both solo and group play. The game, set in the Turok universe, focuses on a 4-player deathmatch mode, offering a variety of multiplayer modes like Bloodlust, Team Bloodlust, Frag Tag, and Capture the Flag. The gameplay is fast-paced and intense, with a range of weapons and power-ups that add depth and strategy to the combat. The game features a trial mode, which acts as a training ground for players, catering to both newcomers and veterans. Players can unlock and play as 14 different characters, each with their own mission trees, and the game includes a 2-player cooperative trial mode. The time trial mode tests players' skills against the clock, and the Fragfest mode sets specific requirements for progression. Turok Rage Wars boasts 19 ranks to achieve, 25 player skins to unlock, and 50 medals to attain, offering a sense of progression and achievement. The game's AI allows for up to 6-on-1 action, with 3 difficulty levels and customizable bots. Players can select their weapons, save and load player stats, and face off against 4 new bot boss characters. The game's 16 weapons, including the Scorpion launcher and shotgun, and 5 pickup weapons like the Cerebral Boar, provide a diverse arsenal for players. Overall, Turok Rage Wars is a solid multiplayer shooter that offers a variety of modes, weapons, and characters, making it a fun and engaging experience for FPS enthusiasts. Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion 2000. Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion for the Nintendo 64, released in 2000, is a game that builds upon the solid foundations of its predecessor, Turok 2. The game introduces 2 new characters, Danielle and Joseph, the siblings of Joshua Fireseed from Turok 2. After witnessing their brother's murder, they embark on a mission with Adon, a character from the previous game, to fight against new threats. The game features a more linear level design, influenced by the trend set by Half-Life, focusing on story-driven gameplay with more cutscenes.
Joseph!
Jeez, Danny, you almost gave me a heart attack!
Turok 3 consists of 5 distinct chapters, each with its own theme, enemies, and environments, offering a variety of gameplay experiences. The game allows players to choose between Danielle and Joseph, each with unique weapons and abilities, providing different gameplay experiences. Despite its solid gameplay, Turok 3 faces issues with enemy AI, underwhelming boss fights, and uninspired environments. The game feels underdeveloped in certain areas, lacking the care and attention seen in previous titles. Overall, Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion offers decent gameplay and distinct character experiences, but falls short of the quality expected from the Turok series. Turok Evolution 2002. Turok Evolution, developed by Acclaim Studios Austin, is a prequel to the first Turok game featuring the protagonist Talset. The game's story revolves around Talset's fight against Captain Brucker, a villainous Texan gunslinger in the Lost Land, where dinosaurs and a reptilian race threaten human existence. The game's thematic approach initially seems closer to the original Turok, with jungle settings, but later transitions to urban combat and reptilian war machines. The game's levels feel linear and small, lacking the expansive maps seen in similar titles. Platforming, a key feature in the first game, is absent, replaced by punitive falling damage mechanics. The graphics and sound are subpar, with dialogue often drowned out by music.
We were ambushed. Our company was scattered by the fire. Get to the
The game includes arcade flying sections, where players control a pterodactyl, but these feel out of place in a Turok game. A highlight of Turok Evolution is its gory death animations, with enemies losing limbs in an exaggerated fashion. The weapons are fun to use but lack logical organization in the interface. Overall, Turok Evolution is considered the weakest in the main series, with its only redeeming feature being the gore. Turok 2008. Turok is a game that delivers dinosaur hunting action akin to a Hollywood blockbuster, but it lacks depth beyond its thrilling combat. The game features Joseph Turok, a Native American warrior and space marine, on a mission to hunt down a rogue military company. The story unfolds like a standard summer movie, with expected plot twists and cliché dialogue.
Where's Gonzalez?
He didn't make it. Neither did Foster.
For real?
Oh, God damn it.
The heart of the game is battling dinosaurs and other creatures on an alien world, using standard firearms and a trusty knife. The knife kills are particularly exhilarating, executed through cinematic action sequences. However, Turok has its issues. The human opponents feel conventional, and the game tends to overextend its set-piece battles, leading to frustration. The checkpoint saves are sparse, requiring players to replay entire sequences upon failure. The story is simplistic and doesn't explore different settings, resulting in a lack of variety in environments. In conclusion, Turok is a solid but unremarkable game that excels in dinosaur combat but offers little else. Turok: Escape from Lost Valley, 2019. Turok: Escape from Lost Valley for PC is a significant departure from the classic Turok series, offering a unique take on the franchise that unfortunately falls short of expectations. The game features cute graphics and an isometric viewpoint, which initially seem appealing. However, the gameplay is plagued by a series of baffling design choices that hinder the overall experience. The combat, centered around a short-range knife and a slow bow and arrow, suffers from imprecise aiming and frustrating mechanics. The isometric perspective further complicates combat, making it difficult to judge distances and positions accurately. Turok: Escape from Lost Valley is a bewilderingly poor game that lacks entertainment value and fails to capture the essence of the Turok series.
I am Adon. One of you must take up the mantle. One of you must become the son of stone.
Original Turok Trilogy Remasters. PC, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch. The remasters are praised for bringing the classic Turok games to modern platforms with enhanced graphics and improved controls. However, some players express disappointment, noting that the remasters don't fully capture the original game's charm and atmosphere. Turok 1's remaster is appreciated for its nostalgic value and improved visuals, but some players find the level design and enemy AI lacking compared to contemporary standards. Turok 2's remaster is noted for its more polished gameplay and diverse environments, making it a favorite among the three. Turok 3: Shadow of Oblivion, remastered by Night Dive Studios, breathes new life into a game that was originally released in 2000. However, the game's attempt to emulate Half-Life results in a loss of the unique, anarchic approach of the first two Turok games, leading to a more linear and less engaging experience. Despite this, Night Dive's dedication to preserving and improving the game is evident, making Turok 3: Shadow of Oblivion a noteworthy remaster, especially for fans of the series. Overall, the Turok remasters by Night Dive Studios are seen as a commendable effort to revive classic games, offering a trip down memory lane for fans and an accessible entry point for new players. However, they also highlight the challenges of modernizing older games while retaining their original essence. Game Boy Color versions of Turok 2 and 3. They received mixed reviews from critics. The game was described as an E-rated, cookie-cutter side-scroller with decent controls but unimpressive visuals. It was noted for its wide range of moves and side-scrolling action, but the graphics were criticized for their limited color. Critiques were also made about the level design and gameplay, which were seen as unrelated to the Nintendo 64 version, and the emphasis on precise jumps that could frustrate players. On a more positive note, the game was praised for its length, animations, and dynamic gameplay.
You're too loud.
Future of Turok franchise for the next-gen consoles. The Turok franchise, with its rich history and unique place in the hearts of gamers, presents an intriguing case for a next-gen remake. The original games, known for their pioneering approach to first-person shooting and exploration, could greatly benefit from modern graphics and gameplay enhancements. A next-gen remake would not only revitalize the franchise for a new audience, but also offer an opportunity to address the original game's limitations. A full remake could involve significant updates, potentially altering the essence of the original. The decision to remake Turok for next-gen consoles should balance preserving the nostalgic charm of the originals with the opportunities presented by modern gaming technology. Now, this brings us to the end of our episode. If you liked what you see, drop a like and comment. If you want to see more from us, please subscribe. It helps a lot. And yes, in the comments section, make sure to tell us what you want to see next from us. Till bye-bye.